Morning everybody, welcome back. It's Di from 18 Monday Street Journals, and I have my design team project here for Paperomia on Etsy, and today we are working with the Japanese Blossom Sakura, and it is divine, 91 pages. So disclaimer, I'm going to show you what I have left, but I'm not going to print out another 91 pages to show you everything that's in the kit. 91 pages. We've got A4 full pages. We've got double pages sideways in landscape, which I've used for my size journal. So basically it's all these papers, but then shrunk down so they're side by side. Fantastic. Got backing papers. I haven't printed them. Oh, well, I have printed all of the kit out and I've used it all. I have a giant journal of over 100 pages to show you. This is the paper I chose to back all my beautiful digitals out on. These have been wonderful to cut up for journaling cards and tags. It comes with stickers. It comes with a page of tags. It comes with some other stickers as well that you could print onto sticky paper or use for your tags. I mean, it's just stunning. It's just stunning. So I'm showing you what I have, and my apologies that I do not have the whole 91 pages, but what I have here in front of me is a good representation. It's just got every symbol of Japanese culture. It's got cranes and writing and temples and landscapes, of course, lots of cherry blossom, everything that you could possibly imagine when you think of Japan. I mean, that's just gorgeous. That's been my favorite with the pinks. And because it's a pastel pink kit, I wanted to do a Japanese, I had a list of journals that I wanted to accomplish this year. So in January 1, I started right off the bat with the circus journal. So that was ticked. On my list was a Japanese journal because my wonderful friend had been to Japan and gifted me a lot of papers from Japan and also washi tape. So, and all manner of things. So I really wanted to do a Japanese journal, and I'd never found the right papers. This is the only pastel kit I can that I've come across. I mean, I know I'm on the design team, but I would choose these. I really would, because they're so different. Just gorgeous. I'll have to make make several other journals actually with all these leftovers. And then I printed out on vellum, which you'll see a lot of vellum thrips. So excited. You'll see a lot of vellum flips, and I've got a lot of Japanese fabric as well. And I had some real writing, which I've used throughout. Don't know what it says. Hopefully I've used it up the right way. And I've even printed onto canvas. This went through the printer twice. And I think I might do some kind of a pouch with this to put in all the ephemera. So whoever buys this journal is going to have lots and lots and lots of extra ephemera that I just couldn't fit into my journal. So drum roll, please. Here she is, and I've called her Mio. Mio is Japanese, and it means, it's a lady's name or a girl's name, and it means a beautiful cherry blossom. So the closure is just a beautiful piece of light pale pink chiffon, which I've wrapped around, very similar to what they tie around with their kimonos. And I've made her very simple. She's 9 by 6. She has 3 signatures. 37 pockets, 22 tags, 55 journal cards, 4 belly bands, 5 vellum and fabric flips, over 10 paper clips, 1 waterfall, 1 scroll, and charms as well. And I think it's over 180 pages in all. Now for the spine, I used a sushi mat because I wanted to replicate the bamboo doors and windows in Japanese houses. And I've had this idea in my mind for a long time. Anyone who knows me, when I make journals, I add 3Ds. I've added a gate to the front of a garden journal, for example, in the past, and I love doing that. So I think it looks amazing. It really does. And so there's something about Japanese architecture. It's simple and a lot of straight lines, a lot of angles. So that's why I've kept this nice and plain. And the back, the gorgeous images of the cherry blossom. I thought Mio just needed to be about the blossom. So I've typically left this unadorned, and I've kept it non-vintage as well. Now we open it up, and I've used another piece of a sushi mat. Ask me about cutting them and then having to tie them off. So I've kind of learned how to do all of this, which was an added bonus. And so that's just a pocket. And I've secured that. Behind that is little thin fabric, thin pieces of felt strips. So yes, so that's what I meant about cutting those up. They make beautiful, beautiful journal cards. Now, what I've done is I have made 3 signatures, 1, 2, 3, and I've encased them in their own little bands because they're filled with slippery plastic things that might slide out. And also I like the idea of the scroll idea. I mean, in Japanese, Japanese invented paper, didn't they? And the scrolls and everything like that. So I've kind of kept it to that vibe. That is some beautiful washi tape, sort of got gold cherry blossoms on that. That came straight from Japan this year. Apparently the stationery stores in Japan, oh my golly, that would be just heaven. So when my girlfriend went over, she reached out and said, I'm off to Japan. Is there anything you'd like? And I said, well, look, I'll send you some money and you choose, you know, my aesthetic. And so I've got lots of washi tape and stuff, and it's just amazing. So I'll stop waffling and I shall undo this. I chose this twine. Now what have I done? I've done a gale. I've pulled the wrong string. Oh. The curse of filming. This has been opened and closed so many times. In here is just a nice little scroll of some Japanese paper. And on the inside of this I was going to write some Japanese proverbs, but I've just written it down and popped it elsewhere in the book. I just thought that added a lovely touch. I was going to do a journal that was a scroll journal, so that would have been my other option. Maybe the next one. I'll just have to pick it up, and we open that, and it's just tied with the black and white. As you'll see, I've just tied in a little bit of black and white throughout, but kept it minimalist. I've stitched all the pages. Because I did the first printing job, I went to do a backing on them, and my printer was still at quarter size, and so the image on the back wasn't right. So then I thought, okay, I shall do the backing page on another sheet, and I'll sew them together. Now this is, examples are all the way through, especially for newbies, of what you can do with this kit. So I've just taken some beautiful big circles, and I've put on some bling and I had some some paper flowers, which I've hand dyed. I've used raspberry, I think the colour is, Tim Holtz Distress Oxide in Raspberry. Yeah, picked raspberry. Appliques. I didn't know I had so much pink, actually. Some more of those beautiful little cherry blossom flowers. Tag, and I've left it simple with just a piece of beautiful real mulberry paper from Japan. And there's a page of Polaroid images. 91 pages in the kit. I can't sell it enough. Really, they're just gorgeous little Polaroids. And that image there. Now we've got, there's a page of pockets that I think I've actually blown that up to be a little bit larger. I've got a circle tab as a page turner there. This came from my friend in Japan, and it shows the tea. And I've also got, I downloaded this off this is matcha tea, and it's sort of Japanese tea ceremony. So those two go together. And then these pockets, there's all different little pockets and labels, and you can zoom them up, print them large, print them small. So versatile. And there's lots of writing. This is a writer's journal. In fact, if I was going to Japan, I would take this, because look at all the hidden spaces. And that's another piece out of the papers. Everything on the back is white. I have not inked anywhere, well, once or twice, but very freeing. Instead of my vintage vibe where it's all coffee and tea dyed papers, it's very, very freeing to use just the white and the pale pink. Absolutely beautiful. But that's artist's choice. Another belly band here with two pieces of gorgeous images. You get it around the right way, die. Corners rounded. And this is a piece of bamboo off an old bamboo fan that I've had in my stash for a long, long time, and I've been waiting to use it in a project. So I just popped it there over that belly band, and doesn't that look effective? There's another of the pocket. You've seen I've used the same pockets throughout. This is a piece of Japanese fabric, and I've put a piece of bamboo skewer on the bottom to sort of hold it flat, and also to give it a Japanese aesthetic. Secret writing space there. Oh, Kayati, you and your sister have done a marvellous job. This was another backing page, and it's got pale blue in it. You can see how gorgeous this is. So much to write. You can stick your stuff. If you took this on your trip to Japan, you could put all the paperwork that you find. You could use washi tape to pop it in this journal, and you'd have memories of a lifetime. That's a little bit of a peacock sequin, which I thought went beautiful. A bit of mulberry paper. Just something simple, stapled onto a tag shape there. Another two little cards and the pocket. And in the middle of the first signature, what I've done here is I've done a handmade sketch of a traditional Japanese house, which I thought was rather fun, and it can be written on. I just wanted to try something new. It just folds in and it's sewn into the signature. I've done these beautiful little lanterns as hidden paper clips. Well, they're not hidden, you can see the paper clip, but they're paper clips with little tassels on the end. And I'll show you another project I've done with those. I made them bigger. And that's an upside down pocket, another Polaroid. I've turned a circle and popped it into with a nice little thing so that you can just hang that somewhere. This little one, I ran out of tassels, so I used bows. Looks adorable. Another flip there, just more writing space. That's an example of one of the stickers. Here is a vellum flip, and I've used the bamboo on the bottom of it as well for a secret writing space. Adore that bamboo. That is so gorgeous. You can tell I've just had my really strong coffee for breakfast. It's really early in the morning here. I was going to film this last night, but the light was so bad. I thought, no, get up early in the morning and do it. And I'm just so excited. It's probably one of my favorite journals, actually. I've made this into a little pocket and some pretty little journal cards. I just popped a little sticker there of a lantern. Another little, I mean, look at those lovely Polaroid images. They're just beautiful. So today is the 10th of June. I've been working on this night and day since the 1st of June. Normally my journals take, but when I'm really obsessed with the papers and I'm excited, I just don't want to stop until I've done. This was a free image of Google, the temple. Another piece of paper there for writing, pocket. Oh, isn't she beautiful? These are just two nice little envelopes, and they're glued in with just a tie, and the flap is just like that, and you open it up and then you've got a nice little card inside. And you can tie that back up again. Nice applique there, another pretty paper clip, temple image, and that is the end of the first signature. Now we come to the center signature. Now let's see, I won't make the same mistake again. Who said you can't teach an old dog new tricks? So this one, this opening is just made from cardstock, and I've got a little bit of the writing and the bamboo on that one. And I've kept the angles because that's so Japanese. I mean, when you look at their architecture, they love the squares, and I mean, is it called a shoji screen? I think that's how you say it. Love Japanese. I've always been fascinated by their culture from when I was a little girl. And that's another gorgeous backing paper. This is a piece of black and white flocked cardstock that I've been hoarding for a long time, but I thought it keeps in with the black and white twine and ties in the black elements of the book. It makes a nice little tight pocket there for a piece of paper. This is a piece of Japanese fabric. It's the only rich red thing in the whole book, but look at the gold on that, and that's their stalk, which is a wonderful symbol. Now here is, I've done some origami pockets. So this is the envelope pocket shape, all folded nice and neatly. I just thought, yes, it just definitely needs origami. I even got my husband, who loves origami, to do me a crane. Here's one he did in yellow, which is lovely, and those will go in the book as well. And here we have another origami folded envelope. It's got two little pockets down the front, 1, 2. You can go in behind, and another one in there. So that's quite a handy little pocket. There's another one of the flocked ones, and that journal card. Another 2 of those envelopes, which I won't open, but I've just put them a little bit of the Japanese washi tape on there. This is a sewn in. What I've done is I've taken a piece of tracing paper and I've put it onto a nice background and just made 2 big pockets. These were beautiful antique postcards I had in my stash from maybe about 5 years ago. I found them in an op shop. So that's how long I've wanted to do a Japanese journal for. very long time. So I've been thinking and thinking and thinking about these things for ages. So when our design team came up and Coyote said there's a Japanese, I saw it and I thought, oh, this is so good. So there's two little charms here, just a little metal butterfly and a little Japanese blossom. And there's the other side of that pocket with another antique postcard. And this is why it's good to have the tie, because this is very slippery. They're in plastic. This is slippery. And then that is a just a nice little tag I've made with a, didn't need anything except a little bit of bling. This is a waterfall. I'll just make sure that sometimes they stick. Oh, I forgot to tell you, there's a page of stamps. Now, what I've done is I've taken off the outside stamp on this and I've made a waterfall. I'll go slow so you can see the beautiful images. That's so fun. I was showing my husband last night and he said, oh, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. He said, that is so smart. But yeah, that's gorgeous. I had this pink and gold paper in my stash, a piece of cardstock. But these images are just beautiful. So there's just tiny little images and you can do so much with them. Now here, you might remember these cocktail picks. There's these beautiful little parasols that open out. And I love them. They're so fun to play with. And I figured out if you cut the stick off and the inside mechanics and cut it in half, it looks like two fans. So that adds a nice pop of colour there on that pocket. There's Japanese fans, as you know, another icon. Iconic symbol, I suppose, would be how you should say it, Di. That's another little sticker, which is adorable. I've used that, and that's a sticker too. And I've added that as a little tuck spot with a Polaroid. A little sticker there, and I've just added on a nice little piece of, a nice little bow there, which makes it gorgeous. That's one of the labels that I've folded in half and used that to open that for extra writing space. Another of the gorgeous little lantern paper clips. I've kept them all the same throughout. And that's a lot of extra stickers. Look at that page. Isn't that magnificent? So whoever gets this is going to get a lot of extras. And here is another label that I've just popped there as a top tuck. And I've just popped in a cutest little Polaroid in there. So this is the aesthetic of this is clean and pretty, and I think the demographic, oh, I've put some beads on the top of that, which is really fun, and a little tassel on the bottom of that lantern. And there's another lantern, a bit larger one with the bow on the bottom, which is lovely. And then on the other side here, these were slipping around, so I mean, they make beautiful, when you're traveling too, I've often found, you know how you talk to people and you need a piece of paper to write down their details or some little memory. It's so handy to have nice little pieces that you can write on or give away for someone to put their details on. So that's the idea of those, really. This is more a writer's travel memory journal. That's another sticker of a tree, which I've printed onto heavy card. That's one of the beautiful little tags. There's a page of these with all gorgeous different designs on. And another Polaroid. I do apologise, I don't have all the kit to show you every single page. I guess we would have been here for 3 years if I'd had 91 pages to flick through. Now you can see there I've used that raspberry, and then I decided, yeah, I didn't like that so much. So yeah, no tea staining, no coffee staining, no vintage photo. This was a revelation to make. And that's the end, and that ties up. Now we're on to the third signature. And let's see. Okay. We've got a beautiful image there, and more of that beautiful gold washi tape from Japan. I've got a beautiful bit of pale pink trim along there, which I just thought was like the icing on the cake, so to speak. This was another way I've used those stamps again. I just cut off the stamp edge and glued them together, and it's made a nice little tuck spot. And here you can see all these Polaroids. The pastel colours, birds, ladies, tree, they're just glorious. And then I've got another vellum flip of the bamboo, another origami pocket, and I've loaded this up with pretty much as I could fit in. So there's some more of those lovely tags for you to see. They're just beautiful. So many ideas. Some more of my little paper blossoms. And I've used this one again as a pocket, and I've pumped in a heap more tags. There's 2 to each one there. I had this really pretty pink, pink. It's a pretty pale green applique, but it's nice and weighty, and it's holding down that chiffon. And then it's a nice flip for hidden writing space. I love flips. I'm a journaler myself, and I love writing and putting things in pockets and hidden spaces and flips. I really do. That's another sticker, and I've added her bow onto her tie around her beautiful kimono there. Some more journal cards stacked in there. Another one of the origami pockets. Here is the center of the signature. I've got one little blossom charm there. These are the 2 envelopes back to back, and I've lined them with the Japanese paper. I downloaded this off the internet, and it's a lot of modern Japanese, the koi fish and the tea, noodles, the origami crane, Mount Fuji, I guess, beautiful geisha, ginkgo, all the things you think of when you think of Japan. But in your travels, I dare say you'd find a lot more to keep in there, all treasured memories. And this one, well, that's another tea ceremony I've popped in there. That's the center of that signature. Then another one of those lovely fans. And this one I downloaded off Free Images, and it is I think it goes that way. I think it goes that way, and that's the Japanese symbol for peace. And that is a page of the Sakura blossom in the kit. It's so pretty. I mean, isn't that beautiful? So delicate. And that beautiful washi tape again there. This is, I don't know why I put this on horrible card. I might redo this in calligraphy. But it's Japanese proverbs. And they're so sensible. It is the same life, whether we spend it laughing or crying. And that's true. That's so true. So I love Japanese proverbs. They're really sensible, very sensible sayings. Another one of the pockets. And it's amazing how many of them have come across into the English language. This is a little bit of my artwork. I've put a piece of that twine across here, and I've made some little, these are just the circles reduced, and then I've drawn the tops and bottoms, and I've drawn a bit of a tassel on them, and I've hung them across the page with 2 fans in each bottom corner just for decoration, but you can still write on that page. And this is a pocket, and in here there's another little bag with more little things, and this came all the way from Japan. It's a beautiful, you should feel it, it's just beautiful. It's a bag, paper bag, but it's so lovely, so I've included that. And there's another geisha, isn't she beautiful? And that's another origami my husband made of a crane. And that's the end of the 3rd signature. And there's nothing on the back. It's also got a hidden spine, so I didn't have to come through that bamboo. I thought that might be a bit tricky. Right, so that is the flip through of Mio, and I had an absolute blast making Mio, and she's for sale. If you're going to Japan, or you know anybody that's going to Japan, or you just love Japan, just message me. She is for sale, and we can have a convo about, if you want to buy her, how much, and postage and all that. And so thank you, Coyote, and your sister. I hope I've done your kit proud. I'm so proud of it. I loved every minute working with all 91 pages. Right, so that is my June design team done. Now I'm going to have a rest. So thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, actually, should I show you my bunting? I'll show you my bunting. Sorry about that. That wasn't very clever, was it? I made these lamps, and they're on satin ribbon, and they look amazing. They're just bigger of the paper clips, so you can hang them up by the paper clip. They look amazing hung across the window, and that will go, I think that will go with the journal. I can always make another one for my room, can't I? Right, and so that's my bunting as well, as just an extra, something, a little something extra. Thanks for watching, everybody, and staying right to the end. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you like my work, and we'll see you back here for the next one real soon. Okay, bye.